Very good day to everybody. This is integrated logistics management. And in this class, we discuss about customer service. Especially, we'll discuss about what are the elements of the customer service, what are the cost of the lost sales, and what is the consumer response, especially to the stockout problem that we discussed yesterday. Okay. So this is especially for you, my dear students and researchers. And you can reach me at dr.christoananth@gmail.com. So before beginning the session, once again, let me thank God for giving me this opportunity to deliver this useful session to share my knowledge among my fellow national, international participants, students, and young researchers. Right. So in this class, we will go with integrated logistics, and of course, we establish the importance of customer service. What are the pressures, the external pressures to improvise logistics? How you will improvise the customer service? What is the synchronized material movement that we will be having? Okay, so then we will discuss about efficient logistics and about procurement, what we discussed yesterday. Okay, then what are the activities of logistics, especially in the physical distribution, and what are the costs associated in the logistic function? What are the transportation costs? What is the storage cost? What are the lot quantity cost? And finally, the inventory carrying cost. So I have already posted assignment number 3 in the Google Classroom. Please go through them. So at regular intervals, I will be giving you some short videos to discuss the knowledge in the topics. Right. So this is integrated logistics and of course customer service. Like logistics, you would have studied, you would have learned. Okay, over the years that has been receiving tremendous response, especially from the people. Okay, and especially in the transportation sector even. Okay, so organizations also they are making up much more efforts in order to make the products. But definitely like with regards to movement of goods, they are not concerned more. Okay, so managers also they recognize that transport as well as storage were needed, but just like technical issues, not much more attention is being devoted on. Okay, so that's what you call to be just unavoidable costs that is utilized for making this business. So transportation is often a neglected sector. Okay. So even in 1920s also like they look more carefully, especially at the transport of the finished goods even. In 1962, like logistics was established as the economy's dark continent. Okay, so that's what you call to be the most sadly neglected and of course most promising area of the businesses. Okay. But since then, like 1960s, 1970s, there has been some considerable changes. Okay. So the main reason for the change was actually like logistics was expensive. Only if it is expensive, people started to think more about that one. Okay. And by 1970s, and service was suggesting that the movement, of course, the storage of goods accounted for 15 to 20% of the revenue. So after that only, the people who are involved in the process started to think, transportation as the or maybe logistics as the efficient means. Okay. So logistics has been identified as a high cost function where the organization can make significant profit out of this one. Okay. And of course there are pressures, especially to improvise logistics. Whether you take in the case of potential savings, definitely it's the driving force for many organizations to improvise the management of the supply chains. Okay. So we'll have like even customers are now they are knowing much more better things. Okay, so they are going to go for higher preferences even. When they go for higher preferences, definitely they will demand higher quality, of course lower cost, and without any compromise in the quality of service. Okay. So there is a changing part in the supply chain even, like if you take in the case of Walmart or maybe Tesco, Toys R Us or McDonald's, everywhere we have customized logistics. So that's available from the suppliers even. Okay. So like 24-hour opening, home deliveries, out of town malls as well, retail parks, telephone, online shopping. So everything has been right now the platform is the trend of today's logistics and of course the technology even. Okay. So competitive pressures have been there, especially among the vendors even. Okay, like the product proliferation, like shorter period life cycles even. Pressures to supply chain cooperation as well. They have to redesign, they have to reinvent the future. Okay, so as to improvise the efficiency. Okay, so international trade also continues to grow. Okay, like if you take in the case of European Union or maybe North American free trade area, still we are experiencing a level high. Okay. And organizations also are going in for demand services like just-in-time, JIT services, time compression, flexible manufacturing, mass customization, virtual lean operations. Okay, everything has been the trendsetters. Okay, so organizations also are turning from product focus to process focus. So what you have to think about, not the end result. Of course, everybody thinks about the end result, but you have to think about the process. If the process is good, definitely the end result should be good. Okay, so that's where you are going to concentrate on the way, which way the products are actually manufactured. Okay, so that definitely it will improvise your operations. That includes logistics as well, and of course, you should be having a better communication strategy. Okay, so that is the difference between success and failure. So this is going to allow like electronic data interchange, item coding, electronic fund transfer, e-commerce, shared knowledge systems, globalization, and other new practices as well. Okay. So yeah, the organizations also are concerned about outsourcing these activities, concentrating more about how the core operations should be performed. Okay, and this is the reason you are trying to utilize logistics, which offers a range of services. Okay. So organizations also they are trying to increase the international cooperation, especially through collaboration, alliances, partnerships, and other such arrangement. Especially you call it like integration. Okay, international integration for logistics. Okay, so managers are also identifying the strategic importance of the supply chain process as well. Okay, and transportation. The view we look at the transportation are also changing. Okay, because of the increased congestion of the roads. Concerns about air pollution. Air quality. Okay, broader environmental issues. Especially with COVID or so on. Okay, privatization of railway services, deregulation of the transport, host of other changes. So everything plays a vital role, in what and how we look at the transportation. Okay. So these are the current trends in logistics. Like we have to improvise communication strategy. Okay. So logistics is meeting challenges every day. Okay, and it is also fastly changing. Okay. Right. So the obvious change is nothing but you have to adapt to the technology, whether you like it or not. You have to adapt it. Okay. So like it appears like in the form of movement of goods, like electronic identification of packages, satellite tracking of lorries, and maybe automatic guidance systems as well. Also customer service. So like everybody wants 24/7, and of course you cannot have human beings to have to support all the time. Definitely you can have like a online chat platforms as well. Okay, so that's what makes everyone's interest to make logistic cost as low as possible. Okay, so logistic managers also want low cost. Okay, so which means that they can stay competitive in that particular field, and of course the users also they want the product at a lower cost. Okay, so organizations have reduced their logistic costs, especially that would impact the entire operations. Okay, so low transport costs definitely it will make to help to sell the products over a wide geographical circle. Okay. For example, let us take an example. The cost of transport for the Japanese manufacturers are very low because they can offer goods at prices that are compared to the domestic companies. Okay. So similarly, like efficient transport, also you can move it across quickly across several distances. So there is no need to build like traditional warehouse management systems. Okay. So that's it. Okay. So when you're thinking about lower cost, definitely you should maintain the quality of service as well. Okay. So there should not be any compromise. Okay. So improved logistics is something like you are giving service, okay, that your customer is asking or maybe demanding, requiring for the lower cost. Okay. So the problem is to find the features that the customers really want and what's the level of service that they are actually paying for. Okay. So this one you can call it as a lead time, what we discussed yesterday. Okay, like we discussed about lead time and then reorder points. Okay, so this is the total time between ordering the materials and having them delivered. Okay, and it is available for use for the customer. Okay, so it's normally like in everyone's interest to make the delay. Of course, there is delay. Make the delay as short as possible. Then we'll have synchronized material movement. Okay, for example, when the customers want to buy something, they want it delivered as soon as possible, as fast as possible. Okay. So suppliers want to keep the customers especially happy with their express service and with no products being delayed or maybe hanging out or maybe clogging, especially getting delayed in the supply chain. Okay, so this is the reason, like you have to keep the lead time as close to zero as possible. And one approach is synchronized material movement. Okay, so you are making the information available, especially to the supply chain. At the same time, the organizations also can coordinate this particular material movement rather than wait for the messages to move up and down the chain. So this is synchronized. Everything has been connected. Right. So even you have to adapt to the technology as well. You cannot compromise. Okay, no, we are still sticking on to the technology that is built like 5 years, 10 years back. You have to adapt it. Okay, so customer satisfaction also should be there. Like customer always they want it like mobile fashion. Everything they should be able to track. Okay, they should be seeing, visualizing the real-time statistics. Okay, so for this one, like we'll have some significant characteristics like globalization. Okay, where you will have improve communication strategy and of course emphasize on the better transport, which means that physical distance manufacturing, moving, distributing materials will be done in a synchronized fashion, especially in one platform like single worldwide market. Okay, so even we have been facing like challenges associated with international trade and of course competition, even competitive vendors even. So competitors is what like organizations are also looking for. Of course, like it should be available in the geographical area between countries to continents to continents. Okay. Then we go for efficient logistics, where you try to globalize this global market. Okay, like you make it feasible. Okay, you encourage international trade. Okay, so make it available to everybody with the lower transaction cost. Okay, so consumer demand is also taken care of. Removal of import quotas and of course trade barriers. So everything has been ignored, and of course growth of the free trade areas has been concentrated. Okay. Then we come into integrated logistics, where we bind together related activities, especially in one particular function, or maybe the logistics process of logistics directed towards helping the customer effectively, but at a low cost without any compromise on the quality. So it's integrated. Okay. So integration can happen as internal or the external integration. Integration within the organization is internal integration, and integration that is applying, occurring within the supply chain, that is external integration. Okay. So internal integration is all about making use of all traditionally fragmented activities, to bind together to work as a single function. Okay, so that is going to compromise the conflict of interest, especially among several activities. Okay, and in order to achieve better internal integration, okay, you have to combine like procurement, support for manufacturing, physical distribution. So everything should be there. Okay, so most important, procurement analysis or maybe procurement logistics. Right. So in the case of logistic integration, like we'll go with suppliers, procurement, manufacturing support, as I told you, physical distribution to the end customers. Okay, so the inventory flow will go for and information flow will carry over. Okay. So like we'll go for purchasing, we'll go for arranging materials, parts, and of course finish inventories to the end customers. Okay. So this is the activities of the logistics in the procurement. Here in procurement, we select the supplier and of course negotiation. Contract negotiation, inbound transportation, inspection, okay, and we go for the manufacturing support. Okay, so here in the manufacturing support, you are going to manage the workflow process. Okay, it's nothing but you are going to manage the flows between the storage of the entire manufacturing. Okay, so which means that logistics is going to participate in the design of the master of production scheduling and of course the timely availability of materials. Okay. In manufacturing support, you will have like packaging, storing and handling, and of course inventory. Okay, so these are the tasks. Okay, and finally physical distribution. After you finish out all the products, you move it to the end customers. Okay, so in physical distribution is nothing but the end point. Okay, the final destination of the market channel. Okay. So these are the activities of the logistics and physical distribution. Like we have order processing, transportation, WMS warehouse management system. And the returning goods are actually handling, okay, like because of damage or maybe repairment or maybe change in customer demand, so that also is taken care of. So everything like a policy of refund, giving it, for example, if it is damaged or repaired, so that also you should take care of. Okay, so the physical distribution, like we'll have inventory control, when to order, how much to order, and order processing, received, processed, of course, shipped. Okay, warehousing, number, need, where, what type, material handling, what are the moving products into, whether it is within, okay, or maybe out of warehouse. Transportation, whether you are taking what type of transportation, like rail or maybe water, trucks, air, pipeline, or maybe online, internet even, you are going for distribution. Okay. And of course, the total cost approach to the logistics. Okay. So this is how you are going to have to manage the logistics function. Okay. So you have to reduce the total cost of the logistics. Okay. Rather than for each activity. For each activity you cannot reduce, but on the whole you can reduce. Okay. So that is the objective, main objective. Okay. So logistics, if you can see, our subject is all about integrated logistics. So everything is carried out in an integrated fashion rather than an individual system. Okay. Because reduction in one cost definitely will lead to increase in the other cost of other components as well. Okay. So effective management, especially with the cost approach, is vital, and real cost savings, okay, is all about how you are trying to view the logistics as an integrated system. So when it is integrated, then definitely you can minimize the cost that is associated with the firm's customer service. So these are the costs involved in the logistic function. Okay, we will have customer service level cost, transportation cost, warehousing cost, order processing and information cost, lot quantity cost, and finally inventory carry cost. Okay. So we'll try to understand each of them. Okay. Customer service level cost. Okay, so it's definitely, it's not like you cannot measure it. Okay. But still it is rather difficult even. Okay. So it's nothing but the cost associated with the alternate customer service levels. Okay. Or you can call it as the cost of lost sales. Okay. Not just the margin, okay, by not meeting the current sales demand, but definitely the present value that is arising out of the future contributions to the profit forfeited. Okay, when the customer is lost due to poor availability or maybe long lead time or maybe service failure. Okay, in most of the cases we try to ignore this one. Okay, so that is the customer service cost. Okay, so by comparing these, logistic cost, even management can make some judgment, okay, about the likelihood of especially recovering, okay, through the increased sales or the increase in the total system cost. So that is how we are trying to compromise. Okay, so management also can reduce spending in other components, especially with the marketing mix promotion even. So that is how you try to maintain profits, of course, with a higher volume. Okay. Even with decrease in customer service levels, like management also can improvise the profitability or maybe increase the expenditures for other components in order to maintain or improve the market position. Okay, so you have to determine the least total cost method of the logistics. Okay, so that is the main objective. Okay. Next, you have transportation cost. This is earlier days it was ignored. Okay, so it can be identified as total like segments. Okay, like inbound transportation, outbound transportation, vendor, customer, mode, carrier, product, channel. So you have like different means. Okay. So you are going to determine the incremental cost that is associated with the change in logistics. Intermodal. Okay. So if transportation are not currently available, then definitely management can determine at a relatively low cost by actually sampling this product flows, and of course you are going to audit the freight bills or with corporate accounting records, especially for the private fleets management. Then you have warehousing cost. Okay, so that's what the expenses that can be eliminated or can be increased as a result of increase in the change in the warehousing facilities. Okay, so that's the change. Everywhere change only. Change of the warehousing that refers to incurs to additional costs. Okay, so warehousing you can have like throughput cost. Okay, where you'll have like selling product in the given market by moving it into and maybe out of the warehouse, and maybe fixed costs associated with the facility that you are trying to use. Okay. So examples would be like public warehouses for the moving product into or from their facilities, cost the least or the own facilities for the movement of goods. So like throughput cost, you have storage cost as well. Okay, so that's the inventory storage that should be involved in the inventory carrying cost. Okay. So the warehouse cost will be changing, with the level of the inventory being used, whether it's company owned or will be leased warehouse. So then you'll have to include like throughput cost as well, okay, instead of warehousing cost, so that increments can also be maybe added or maybe subtracted to the logistics changes. So order processing and of course information cost also will have the cost of order transmitted, order entry, order processing, related handling cost, associated internal and external communications cost. So these are all the cost is likely to take place, okay, when the decision change happens. Okay, so this is the process. Okay, supplier, manufacturer, distributor, retailer, customer. Okay, so like recycling process, remanufacturing process, service has been carried out in the returns management, and of course from the customer, like test, disassemble, like if there is any repair, so that has also returned, and of course to dispose even. Okay. Then you have lot quantity cost as well. That's related to production or maybe manufacturing or maybe purchasing or acquisition cost. That will also change as a result of the change of the logistics system. So it consists of production, preparation cost, okay, capacity lost due to a changeover in the mechanism, materials handling, change in the scheduling or maybe expediting as well. Okay. So this is lot quantity cost. Okay. So that's how you try to buy, how you try to manufacture, how you go to the product. Finally, inventory carrying cost. Okay, so inventory carrying cost, of course, out of all the costs, it's the most difficult one. Okay, because you are going to determine next to the cost of last sale. Okay, so you should include the cost that vary with the level of the inventory that is being stored, and of course, we'll have 4 other costs as well. Okay, so in inventory carrying cost, you will have capital cost, inventory service cost, storage space cost, and finally inventory risk cost. So you have to calculate all this one. This is the most difficult among all these costs that we have discussed. So this is assignment 3 for you. Okay, prepare your 10 slide or maybe 10-page presentation, especially on analysis of the integrated logistics environment. What are your strategies? And especially you are going to emphasize on the globalization of markets. Okay, so you are going to discuss them. If you are going to submit as a Word document, of course you should have like introduction, some methods, some images of what is your plan, and finally, like if you have like software, then definitely you can add some snapshots, and of course you can conclude it.